Hi, welcome back to Quick Builds, and today a build with a slight difference. You'll see what I mean as we get going. This is a Porsche 911, obviously. It's supposed to be 992, but I realise the Comet S2 might be slightly more like a 991. This specific car, though, is a Techart car. Techart do all sorts of customising both the suspension, engine, and indeed bodywork and wheels, so total conversions really for all sorts of Porsche vehicles. And I had this request to do a Techart Turbo S. Now I'm afraid this is a general Techart 911 coupe build, so sorry for not quite meeting the brief, and also sorry because that request was a year ago. My list is infamously long. Some things stay on there longer than others. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just sorry it took quite so long. So the thrust of today is Techart have a configurator, so you can go on and configure what you like for your car. Obviously you'll be doing it on a 992. I don't think the configurator is there for earlier ones. So this was the car that I picked, and I've actually got a link below to this specific configuration. Now of course you can build mine, and I'll zip through the parts in a minute, but really the whole point of today's quick build is to say, here's a configurator, have a play, make your own, and then make it in the game. Just be aware there's no point in picking a part that you can't replicate in the game. For example, carbon mirrors, which you can select in Techart, but then disappointingly find they're not in the game. So make your own configuration. I went with this one because I've always loved some of the white 911s with a bright coloured blue, red, green, whatever wheel. I've always thought it's a striking look, and I have nothing in my collection, and that's why I configured this one this way. So let's zip really quickly through the parts. The tuner bumper here matches the closest because it's some extra black in there. Secondary rear diffuser, I've gone with a secondary black to get as much black and not too much white in this area as I can to try and look like the correct bumper. Turbo exhausts to get 2 pipes rather than 4. No fenders, no fog lights, no headlight covers. No hood catches, but the hood itself is the carbon hood. I've left the whole interior stock. I've left stock lights because they look more like the LEDs. There's no livery. I took off the front plate holder, and then I put my Porsche plate on the back in white for the white car. The respray then is simply a metallic ice white, it's not showing, with a pearlescent frost white. Secondary I mentioned is a classic black. This does also give you black calipers, and I wish I could remember now, the calipers on a Porsche determine what sort of brakes you've got. Do you get carbon ceramics with black, or is it the ordinary brakes? I've forgotten. Trim I put black. Accent I left ice white. The roof has no accessories and it's a stock roof. For the skirts I went with the race skirts, and I chose matte black on the Techart configurator to make it all match. For the splitters, the carbon splitter, so that was the Techart one with both options black. I wouldn't have minded a tiny touch of green on here, but you can't really have it. For the spoiler, a lot of you will say that the mid-level wing is closer to the Techart spoiler, and you know, I'd agree with you, but I've never been quite so keen on this one. And this one, which I realise obviously what it apes, the old whale tail, but where it sits, its general shape and everything, although there's no slot there or anything, to me it looks slightly more like that spoiler. So I've chosen the wrong spoiler because I think it looks more right. No sun strips. Suspension, you can have different states of lowering with Techart. Competition here gives you the sort of not quite the lowest one you can get. And the wheels are the Superlux wheels from the track category, and they are painted in a lime green. And other than that, I did give the windows a light smoke. You could also go with none. Remember, the window smoke does the lights on this car as well, but I think it looks better like this. So there we are. This is my custom Techart build. Have a play, then come back, tell me in the comments what's yours. I hope you enjoyed this quick build, and thank you so much for watching.